It ain't clicking. It ain't clicking for y'all, folks. It just ain't clicking.
That's who killed my son.
Oh! Yo, what's good, you boy? Chris about another video. Y'all from today. We got Revenge of Justice. Philly legend, this teen who killed his son, now dead in front of mom. Oh my god, bro. What's going on, bro? But y'all feel me? Hit the subscribe button, like button for more content. This I ran to it.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
A 17-year-old basketball player, straight A student. Am I wrong, Gillie? It used to be like the athletes, they got protected.
Right.
Nobody touched them. Hey, he good now. He gonna be what we, they're gonna be talking about the block. He from the block, he got out. They protected those guys. What happened?
That's who killed my son.
Oh my. Yeah, that kid came out. I react to this video too, and I didn't even know that was Gillie. Oh my god, hey, I was like, boys in the street though. Hey.
For Philly music fans today, YNG Cheese fans and fans of his father took to social media to show their respect, to show their support.
Right.
Meanwhile, police, they're continuing to look for the shooter.
Down in an alleyway behind his home, Noah Scurry is being remembered for his performance both in the classroom and on the basketball court. Games have now been canceled for the rest of the week as the school community mourns his death.
Fam, this video an update. Recently, the Philadelphia native Gillie had went on the popular show Club Shay Shay, gave an interview, talked about his life, the Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl, and of course, his son unfortunately losing his life due to gun violence. Now, we covered the story on a guy who lost his life just last month. I'll leave the link in the bio. We also covered the story of Gillie's son, Cheese. Now, it's saying that the man who allegedly lost his life while on his way to school walking with his mom, shot 17 times, was the man allegedly responsible for taking the life of Gillie's son. Today we hear from Gillie in the clip from the Club Shay Shay interview. We go over small details and see how all this connected. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Lately, some would say the Philadelphia native Gillie is an inspiration story. A man who come from the streets, allegedly kicked out of college, made his way in the rap game, and now having over 20 sponsors, having one of the best podcasts in the game today that he hosts with his cousin, Wallow, and $1 million worth of game. But in the summer of 2023, Gillie the Kid will have one of his hardest hurdles to overcome. The inspiring rapper YNG Cheese, who was his son, had lost his life in a triple shooting that took place over the summer after a drive-by in the neighborhood he was chilling in. It was a summer afternoon, July 2023, a little before 8:30 p.m., a shooting that took place on the 5800 block of Masher Street. A 25-year-old man was shot once in the back and taken to the hospital by police. He was pronounced deceased at 8:39 p.m. Police identified the slain man as Devin Spady, also known as YNG Cheese. May he rest in peace. A love of condolences to his family. A 28-year-old man and a 31-year-old man were also shot and transported to the hospital, where police said both were placed in stable condition. Police told NBC 10 one of the victims ran over to a nearby home and 10 spent shell casings were located at the scene.
For Philly music fans today, YNG Cheese fans and fans of his father took to social media to show their respect, to show their support. Meanwhile, police, they're continuing to look for the shooter. Devin Spady, known as YNG Cheese, the latest victim of Philadelphia's gun violence. The son of longtime Philly rapper and popular podcast host Gillie the Kid, dead at 25 after a triple shooting in Olney.
Bullets don't have a name, and it's sad to say, rest in peace, like I say, Little Cheese, which is Gillie's son. And Gillie's been, he's been known around, the city for years upon years, and it just shows that nobody's safe out here.
Messages of mourning and support flooded social media after the news. Fans saying YNG Cheese was a rapper in his own right, following in his father's footsteps. He leaves behind a young child. The rapper graduated from Cheltenham High School in 2016. He was building a following in the Philly music scene. Some of the neighborhood even remember how he would perform on the street.
They come in here, they do videos with the girls. I mean, they have a lot of fun. I have fun watching them from my window.
Police say the shooting happened on Masker Street just before 8:30 last night. They say a masked man with a white jacket opened fire, shooting at least 10 times. Spady was shot once in the back. 2 other people were also shot, but they're stable at the hospital. As the investigation continues, neighbors and fans are asking for answers. A lot of questions
I
still
do
in this
wonder what did
investigation.
happen,
We know
though.
that so far police haven't made any arrests. I'm in the newsroom. Miguel Martinez-Valle, NBC 10 News.
All right, hope.
Fast forward a year and a half later, a guy who was allegedly responsible was gunned down in the streets himself. A young man who's now at this point a senior in high school, scored the highest SAT in his class, also the star basketball player. 17-year-old Noah Scurry, aka OTV Joker. Less than 24 hours before he lost his life, he dropped a diss track. He could be seen rapping, wearing a Joker mask, toting firearms, and dissing the dead.
Outside on the 4-5 deep in the John. All these niggas keep telling when they ask about body. You say when the fits are, feel a little quiet. Nigga, they think my man big ain't gon' slime. Put my dick in this bitch, now this bitch gon' line me. First thing they say when they talk about slide. I bet they don't use it, I'm taking.
Starting today, anyone can monetize with ads as part of the all-new Beehive ad network.
After Noah dropped his first drill song on January 13th, he was shot and killed in front of his home the very next day. This incident took place at 7:15 in the morning. He was rushed to a hospital but died a short time later. The people on the news who worked at the school was unaware of his activity outside the school grounds, and they was giving him high praise.
Down in an alleyway behind his home, Noah Scurry is being remembered for his performance both in the classroom and on the basketball court. Games have now been canceled for the rest of the week as the school community mourns his death. It is Tuesday afternoon. I'm Sarah Bloomquist.
And I'm Brian Taft. The big story on Action News tonight is the search for whoever killed Noah Scurry this morning. The 17-year-old shot and killed right in his Feltonville neighborhood.
Action News' Walter Perez live for us now outside Samuel Fells High School in Oxford
crazy,
Circle, where Scurry was a student. Walter.
Yeah.
That's right, Sarah and Brian. This one really a tragedy all the way around. A true scholar athlete has been killed, and tonight investigators say they do not know the motive and no suspects have been named. This is video of Noah Scurry doing what he loved, playing basketball for Fells High School. But district officials say he was much more than just a star athlete.
The student who was killed was exceptional. He scored remarkably high on his SATs. The star basketball player on the team here.
Investigators say it was right around 7:15 this morning as Noah was getting on his way to school when he was shot repeatedly outside of his house on the 50-100 block of Roar Street. The beloved 17-year-old was quickly taken to the hospital and pronounced dead a short time later. School officials say all basketball-related activities, including games, are now canceled for the week, and grief counselors have been made available to students at Samuel Fells High. We spoke with some of Scurry's classmates who say that Noah truly was one of the good guys.
When you saw him around, you knew he brought good energy to everybody.
He was really smart too. Whenever he entered a room, the room always lit. It was always a smile on somebody's face when they were around them. It's so sad to think that he died.
Once again, Noah Scurry was only 17 years old. Anyone with further information is asked to contact the police. Reporting live from Oxford Circle, Walter Perez, Channel 6.
But then a month later, the $1 million Worth of Game podcast host was on Club Shay Shay on Wednesday, proudly repping his Super Bowl winning Eagles. But things got dark. Shannon Sharp brought up Noah Scurry, the 17-year-old hooper who was gunned down in January despite being smart enough to have his school highest SAT scores. Check it out.
A 17-year-old basketball player, straight A student. Am I wrong, Gillie? It used to be like the athletes, they got protected.
Right.
Nobody touched them. Hey, he good now. He gonna be what we, they're gonna be talking about the block. He from the block, he got out. They protected those guys. What happened?
That's who killed my son.
The 17?
Yeah. The 17-year-old basketball player that just got shot 17 times?
Yes.
That's who killed my son.
Really?
Yes.
What was that about?
Well, it wasn't for my son.
Your son happened to be there?
Yes.
Oh.
Them blocks is beefing. They going through it. My son just so happened to pull up.
I just read, I saw
5 minutes. They come to shoot the block up. My son's not from that block. He don't, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just so happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What the?
That's how deep it is.
Bro, he has the potential to get out.
Right.
And he living that life?
No. But see, you don't understand. He got videos out where he got a jerk mask on,
right?
Bunch of guns in his hand. So these kids is influenced by all the wrong things,
right?
To shit that don't matter. You know what I mean?
Right.
To shit that once upon a time when I was growing up in the ghetto, I was influenced by.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you experience things, when you go places, when a vacation to you is not going through a toll booth for 5 minutes, they come to shoot the. You gotta understand, if you from Philly right now, you go to Atlantic City and you call them and they say they out of town. Yo, I'm OT, I hit you, nigga, you 45 minutes away, nigga, you went through the toll booth. The f are you talking about? That's how poor the city is.
Right.
Motherfucker go to Atlantic City and they tell you, yo, I'm OT, I call you when I get back.
Right.
You 39 minutes away in a car, nigga. What are you talking about, you OT? So you gotta understand.
Right.
That's what we grow up in. These kids don't know no better.
Right.
These kids actually think that you can't make it as a rapper unless you killed somebody. Unless you did something out here in these streets. This is the mindset.
Yeah. Why is the rap, why is that glamorized? Why is going to jail or I pull that iron out, I put that.
You gotta understand, if you
dick on something, why is that glamorized?
I have no idea. I told you when I was young, we glamorized the person that was getting money, the hustler. That's why rap names was like Gotti. Rap games, it was always somebody that was getting some money. Now, it don't be about no money or nothing. They'll kill you about an Instagram post.
Right.
You said you was gonna slide, you ain't slide.
Where he lying at though? Where he lying at? Y'all folk crashed out over the most simplest things that got nothing to do with nothing. Folk, yeah, start at home now. It starts at home. Regardless, it starts at home with y'all. It ain't clicking. It ain't clicking for y'all folks. It just ain't clicking. End of the day.
Yet.
It ain't clicking.
Now I slid. Like, are you serious?
Right.
So it don't make no sense. And it's no answer for it. It's just flat out plain stupidity. The only reason why I know is because the police called me and told me once he was murdered. Once he got, because the kid had just got shot 17 times. He was walking with his mom.
Oh.
And he got
dick on some. Why is that?
And then the police notified me and let me know that he was one of the kids that was pretty much about to get locked up for the murder, but he got murdered first. So, and then, you know, when you do something in the streets know. So, you know, they all on Instagram and they talk, and then, you know, apparently this kid name was the Joker, and, you know, that's what he did. So, you know, but he had to deal with God. You know, that's how I look at it.
Another headshot count on my body. Keep fuck, I done finally got it. I do a bitch bad if the bitch tryna line me outside.
Range don't got no date on it. Try your best to live a cool life. It's a prime example. He did what he did, then he making songs. Living a double life, they ain't care. Cause he got lined up on his way to school in front of his mom. It's an unfortunate situation. He ain't get to live his life. But the actions he did, you gotta pay the consequences. It's not on us. Y'all let me know how you guys feel about this one. We send 11 prayers to everyone affected by the story we just talked about. Fam, talk to me in the comments. This was the story of a Philadelphia legend coming out recently during her interview, letting the world know that the young man who was just gunned down in front of his mom on his way to school was the young man who played a part in killing his son. Talk to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
So like, bro, how can y'all ultimately feel about that, bro? Someone who y'all actually know whose son died, someone who talks about, who is very popular in news, is the person who ended up killing that man's son. I wonder how much remorse I got for him anymore. But you feel me? That's what CristoReacts out.
And I need me to do. If I ain't get paid, I ain't doing the show. Shit, I'm finna.